catch the Wendy.
Good afternoon, I'm Wendy Rinella with the Oakville Community Foundation.
And I'm Frances Pace from the Oakville Community Foundation.
And we're really excited to be here with you today to talk about the Investment Readiness Program and
the Community Education Awards Hub.
And you might notice we're in these wonderful Canadian tuxedos. And if you happen to like to wear one, we encourage you to post a picture of yourself wearing one, particularly if you want to ask us a question. So for the purposes of this Lunch and Learn, I'm going to pretend I know nothing about your awards hub.
And I'm going to pretend I know nothing about the Investment Readiness Program.
Perfect. So what would you like to know about the Investment Readiness Program, Frances?
Well, first of all, Wendy, tell me, what are we getting ready for? What is this program about?
Well, this program is about getting ready for something called the Social Finance Fund, which is a federal fund of $755 million that's going to be invested in social purpose organizations that are there to help benefit our communities and our economy. And that fund is going to start releasing this year in $75 million chunks annually to be invested locally. And the $50 million Investment Readiness Program is about getting community organizations ready to receive those funds. And through Community Foundations of Canada, which is our national partner, we are distributing $18 million nationally. And Oakville Community Foundation, as a lead partner within Brant, Halton, and Peel regions, has $1.371 million to distribute, which will come out in two different chunks. And the first big chunk is coming out right now.
Wow, that sounds exciting. So Wendy, you mentioned social purpose organization. So what does that mean? Who would be eligible and who wouldn't be eligible for this?
Well, this is one of these federal definitions. So a social purpose organization is everything that includes for-profits, not-for-profits, as well as charity enterprises. And they have to be selling a line of revenue for goods and services. So they have to have a line of revenue that sells goods and services, but their whole mandate and the way that they work has to be articulated to meeting a big community need. So if you think about a charity that does social purpose organization would be Restore and Habitat for Humanity. So Restore supports with its revenues the operations of Habitat. And for social enterprises, if you're familiar with B Corps, they are the type of social enterprise that the government's looking to further. So every aspect of their mission and mandate has to be supportive. Now, are you wondering how much we have available?
I am. Could you tell us?
Yes. We have amounts between $10,000 and $100,000 available in non-repayable capital, which is really like saying grant, that you get to keep the money and you don't have to pay it back. Social Finance Fund money you have to pay back, but not the Investment Readiness Program.
So given that this is community foundation as well as federal government involvement, what is the process and what's the time frame?
Yeah, so the first allocation and allotment, the application period's open and it's a national portal. You just have to go onto the Investment Readiness Program website and enter into the applications, which on the first tranche closes on February 10th. And then those applications are going to be reviewed locally. And our partnership is 6 community foundations all across Brant, Halton, and Peel, plus Sheridan College. And we're working really closely with EDGE, the Entrepreneurial Discovery and Growth Engine, at Sheridan, which has 3 campuses across that area. And we will be assessing and recommending to Community Foundations of Canada who we should be supporting locally. So that's the process. And what we really want you to do is we've also identified a lot of local resources in addition to EDGE. We have Hall Tech, we have this SVX, which is the Social Venture Exchange, as well as a variety of different groups that are listed on our website at the Oakville Community Foundation, because we want organizations, before they apply, because social enterprise is such a new concept, we want you to work with some experts to get yourselves ready and into that position. So if you come with your idea and your dream and you tell me you're going to have an investment ready in 6 months, I'm kind of not going to believe you, okay? I'm just saying, I just want you to go out there and consult, and you can have these consultants paid for through your application process. So keep that in mind as well. So it's a really exciting initiative.
So I know that the Oakville Community Foundation is part of it. Are there other partners that you're partnering with as a consortium?
Yep. So as I mentioned, we have the 6 other community foundations. which is Mississauga, Brampton-Caledon, Brant County, Burlington, and the Community Foundation of Halton North. And if you're a charity, you should be liaising with those groups. If you have questions, talk to your community foundation. If you're interested in furthering yourself as a social enterprise, either as a for-profit or not-for-profit, your first point of contact could easily be EDGE at Sheridan, or you could consider one of the other social purpose or expert service providers to help you.
Great. So where would they get more information aside from that? Is there a website that they can link to, or?
Well, you can go and visit the IRP website, which is run under Community Foundations Canada, or you can visit our website at www.theocf, which stands for the Oakville Community Foundation.org. So that's what I have to share on the investment readiness program. So did you have any more questions, or shall we swap over and talk about
Sure,
the
I'd be happy to talk
educational hub? So tell us about this concept of the hub.
Well, the hub is an online system. It's centralized. It's a one-stop shop for students to access the numerous community awards that are available to them in seeking post-secondary education, so that it would be a bursary scholarship as well as an apprenticeship type of opportunity. So
what type of, so whose awards are on there?
Well, there are those, we have the Rotary Club, Oakville Rotary Clubs, all three of them as one. We have Maycourt, the Maycourt Club of Oakville, and we have Halton Learning Foundation, and we have the Oakville Chamber of Commerce. We have the John Sawyer Education Award.
Wow.
We have the Oakville Community Foundation, which is launching its first education award as well in honor of one of our first fundholders. We have the Halton Region Chinese Canadian Association, and
The University Women.
yes.
I'm just reading the poster.
Yeah, the Canadian Federation of University Women. So you can see and hear that there are a number of partners. So it's very exciting.
So if I wanted to apply for, say, the John Sawyer Award, what would I do?
So you would link into the portal, as you would call it. It's at www.awardshub.ca. It's not live until next Monday, January 27th. So what you would do as a student is you would go in and you would fill out what's referred to as eligibility criteria. So it's very basic information, and from that it will determine which awards you are eligible for.
So is only John Sawyer eligible to apply for the John Sawyer Award?
It depends. If John Sawyer is intending to go back to Sheridan College and meet all the criteria of that award, he is welcome to apply as well.
So say if I was a mature student, although I guess I would be if I was going back to post-secondary, are there any awards there for me?
There are. So what's important to note is that the awards are very specific in some cases to certain community and certain representation. But we have awards available for those seeking post-secondary education. So it could be a grade 12 graduate, and in some cases it could be a mature student.
So how much is available if I apply for a scholarship overall, and then by each individual scholarship?
So it's very exciting. This hub is housing about $300,000 worth of education awards. And again, because it's a number of different organizations, there are different values to each of those awards. So it could be a minimum of perhaps 500 up to 2,000 in some cases. And some of the organizations award multiple awards, some just single awards.
That's very cool. So in fact, you can actually, as a student, apply to a multiplicity of awards, and if you're like a good student, there's a chance that you could get a number of scholarships through this, more than one.
Absolutely. And again, it's really important to note that these awards have very specific criteria. So some will have financial needs associated with that award. Others will have specific schools associated to it. So students will be eligible for those based on what that eligibility criteria is that they fill out.
So how much is it going to cost a student to apply to this?
That's a beautiful thing, Wendy. It's free to everyone. The foundation sees this as a community asset. So it is streamlining a process that right now is very cumbersome for the students. It's also cumbersome for the organizations. So it's an opportunity to ensure that students, especially those in need, have an opportunity. So this centralized system, free of charge, will hopefully provide that opportunity.
Well, that's a very clever decision by the Oakville Community Foundation. Now,
I agree.
Did you want to show that fabulous poster we have?
This is our Community Education Awards Hub poster, which will be seen in all schools. It will be at our Oakville branches, library branches, sorry, in our town hall, various community centers, wherever we can advertise it, and it will be sent out electronically as well. So students who are applying will go to www.awardshub.ca, which will be accessible through our website, as Wendy mentioned earlier, is www.theocf.ca.
.org.
.org. Thank you. Hopefully you copied that down the first time she said it.
Well, thanks for listening in. And again, love to see your posts with Canadian tuxedos. And we're looking forward to seeing all the applicants to the IRP and
to the Community Education Awards Hub.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.